Hey, what's up? This is Ben from WODprep, and in this video, we're going to talk about the CrossFit benchmark workout, Diane. So Diane is 21, 15, and 9 repetitions of deadlifts and handstand push-ups, and in this video, I'm going to teach you how to get your best possible score. Really quick, I just want to say we are not associated in any way, shape, or form with CrossFit Inc., so please treat these opinions as WODprep's and not theirs. Next, if you are looking to improve your skills as a CrossFitter, then what you can do is go to WODprep.com. We have a bunch of free training guides that can help take your training to the next level. Just go there, you can download some of these guides for free, and hopefully we will help you improve as an athlete. All right, so let's get into it. When it comes to Diane, this is one of the most famous CrossFit workouts. It's one that I've done probably more than any of the other benchmark workouts combined. And it's a really interesting combination of deadlifts and handstand push-ups. So let's talk about a couple overarching things that I want you to focus on. Number one, you should probably scale this workout if you can't get under 10 minutes RX'd. So if you're trying to RX this workout and hit the standards for the deadlifts and the handstand push-ups, but it's pushing you above that 10-minute mark, then I would argue it's probably best that you scale down the reps. If you're over 10 minutes, that means you had to break up the deadlifts and break up the handstand push-ups a lot and take a lot of breaks. So I really suggest scaling things down. Here's how you could potentially scale this to make it easier. Number one, you could reduce the deadlift weight. Number two, you can reduce the handstand push-up range of motion. Or number three, you could reduce the handstand push-up reps. In theory, you could still do the 21, 15, 9 of the deadlifts and maybe scale the handstand push-ups to 9, 6, 3. That would be an extreme case, or 15, 12, 9, something like that. But if you're trying to stick with the exact rep scheme, it ends up being 45 deadlifts and 45 handstand push-ups. Those should be completed relatively quick, and 10 minutes is pretty much that cap that I like to put on this workout. So, assuming that you're not going to scale this workout down, let's talk about how to get the best score possible on Diane. The number one most important factor is to control your speed in the beginning. Oftentimes I see people hit this workout super hard, they come out of the gate, they bust their 21 unbroken deadlifts and get on the handstand push-ups and crush those, and then the round of 15 totally kicks them in the face. So what I'm suggesting, unless you're a super athlete, you should hit the round of 21 at about 85 to 90% effort. So basically what I'm saying is you need to scale back just a little bit so that you hit the round of 15 and then eventually the round of 9 with a little bit of gas left in the tank. If you hit the round of 21 at full speed, then chances are you will run into a brick wall. So what that could look like is purposefully breaking up the deadlifts into 2 or 3 sets. It could purposefully mean breaking up the handstand push-ups a few reps early. Basically, without giving you exact rep schemes, what you can do is make sure that you're leaving a little bit of extra room for you to push it towards the end. So if you're looking for some sort of rep scheme to stick to, I always recommend descending sets. So whether you're in the round of 21, 15, or 9, for the round of 21, you could do something like 8, 7, 6. For the round of 15, the same sort of descending rep scheme, like 10 and 5 could work really well for the round of 15. Basically, what I want you to do is break up the reps so that you are constantly chipping away at those reps. If you do a big set and then you have to take a really long break in between, let's say a set of handstand push-ups or a set of deadlifts, then what you're doing is killing your score. In order to get the best score possible, pretty obviously, you just need to keep moving, and the best way to allow yourself to keep moving is just take little quick breaks.
Sorry to interrupt this message, but I have a special announcement from my dog. Murphy would like to tell you that you need to hit the subscribe button down there. Thank you.
Another really important part of getting your best score possible on Diane is to manage your transitions. So it's pretty obvious, but if you have your barbell really far away from your handstand push-up area and you're walking back and forth in between them, you're going to be eating up a lot of extra time. Chances are you actually don't need any break in between deadlifts and handstand push-ups. They're two totally different movements, so there's no reason for you to take extra rest in between the deadlifts and handstand push-ups, or vice versa. Instead, as soon as you finish with that last rep, you should be hopping directly onto the wall, or as soon as you finish that last handstand push-up, you should hop directly onto that barbell. If you minimize your transition time, you will definitely increase the speed of your Diane time. When it comes to the deadlift, there are a couple key points of performance I like to talk about. Number one, I don't do it all the time, but for this workout, I would probably wear a belt. Just having some sort of belt to support your lower back and support your core is going to make the deadlifts and moving that heavy barbell a lot easier. So you'll be able to squeeze out a couple more reps just because you have that brace on there. Another thing I'd suggest is to stagger your grip on the bar. So instead of going double overhand, or if you're really weird, doing double underhand, I like to have one overhand and one underhand. I call this a staggered grip. And as you might find, it actually makes your pull feel a little bit stronger and it doesn't tax your grip very much. This is a personal preference. Sometimes I will switch up in the middle of the workout to make sure I'm staying balanced, but it could be something that will help you pull the barbell a little bit easier. And then one more note for the deadlifts, and this really should only come into play maybe towards the end of the workout, is if you start reaching near failure on the deadlifts, you can always switch to singles. If you're outside of the CrossFit Open, I really wouldn't suggest doing singles because it's just kind of lame. But in theory, if you do want to get your best score possible and your gym owner is okay with you dropping the barbell every single time, again, I do think it's a little lame, you can do singles. All a single looks like is you bend over, you pick up the bar, and then from the top, you're just dropping the barbell directly on the floor. You don't have to worry about controlling it down to the bottom each time. This could be a good way, especially if you kind of reach that failure point, it could be a good way to accumulate reps, but not have to worry about hitting big sets. Basically, what it's going to do here is minimize your rest time and maximize your output so that you can keep chipping away rep by rep. Next, let's move on to the handstand push-ups. I have a ton of videos on how to get better at kipping and strict handstand push-ups. For this particular workout, Diane, unless it's specified otherwise, I would obviously suggest kipping. That's going to allow you to knock out all 45 of these reps a lot quicker and more efficiently. If you're not good at kipping handstand push-ups, the best thing I can tell you to do is to make sure you go look at all of our other kipping handstand push-up videos. But a few really quick points of performance, be sure that when you do a kip, you have to pull the knees all the way down to your chest and really explode up. If you do a shallow kip, you're actually not going to be using quite as much power as you need. The more efficient, the more effective you can do your handstand push-ups, the better you're going to last throughout this entire workout. I wouldn't focus on going fast during the handstand push-ups. I would focus on making sure that you're using the kip to generate a lot of power. So slow, controlled, and steady is much better for the handstand push-ups than trying to go super fast and then blowing up your shoulders and getting burned out. Because we all know, once you hit failure with your handstand push-ups, you're kind of done. You have to sit there and shake it out, and it's going to be really hard for you to get back up on that wall. A really common question that I get for Diane about the handstand push-ups is, hey Ben, strict handstand push-ups are way faster for me. Shouldn't I do them? And my answer is no. I have yet to see someone who can do Diane straight through at a high pace with strict handstand push-ups. Sure, the cycle time might be faster in the beginning, but as you get towards the end, you will be much, much slower than someone who's able to stay steady and controlled with kipping handstand push-ups. So I hope that this video helps give you a couple key pointers to help you maximize your Diane time. Remember, we really need to manage those transitions, and the whole goal is to keep accumulating reps. So don't try to be a hero in the beginning of the workout. All the reps matter, keep moving, and get your best score possible. Here's what I want you to do. Comment below and let me know, number one, what your Diane score is and any scaling or modification you had to add to it. That's totally fine. Number two, let me know what other benchmark workouts do you want me to make strategy guides for. I'd be happy to do it. I'm always looking for ideas for new videos, so leave a comment below. Thumbs up if you liked the video, thumbs down if you didn't. Don't forget, we have lots of free training guides to help you with things like muscle ups, double unders, pull-ups, snatches, overhead squats, blah, blah, blah. We have something for everyone, so make sure you go to WODprep.com to download your free training guide. Oh, hit the subscribe button. Can't forget that. The dog's already told you, but make sure you hit the subscribe button.